If your phone goes quiet the second that your referrals slow down, like your whole business is running on one single marketing channel. We at Home Coach like to categorize as 3 different channels, and today I'm going to go through all 3 with you. Those categories are owned, earned, and paid, and most landscaping business owners are running just one of these, usually referrals, and they have never set the other 2 up as a system. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through exactly what to turn on this week so that you leave this video knowing which channels you're missing and how to specifically build them out. My name is Derrik. I'm the founder of Home Coach. I've done over 10,000 one-on-one coaching calls with home service business owners. And if you want predictable leads without gambling on ads or just waiting to the phone to ring, subscribe. That's what we're going to build here. And if you want to go through this system one-on-one to identify how to build it in your specific business, book a call. There's a free link in the description. Now, most landscaping business owners tell me with pride, 95% of our business is referrals. 100% of our business is referrals. We've never had to advertise very much. And you know what? I get why you're proud about that. You really should be. Like, it makes sense because it means that your work is good enough that people are consistently talking about you and telling their friends like, hey, you got to use Carson. He's the best. And referrals are the best leads. Like, I'll be clear about that. They really are the best leads. But the problem is what happens when they slow down. Referrals are only 1/3 of this strategy that we're going to talk about. And they've been running by accident probably. So when they slow down, you get a quiet couple months, you get a slow season or one big client that moves in, or maybe a competitor dials in a really heavy marketing strategy. Like, your whole pipeline slows down with that because there was never anything underneath it. And that's the feast or famine cycle that every owner watching this already knows by feel. I guarantee you felt it even if you're not feeling it today. It's a structural problem, and because you only have that one channel doing the job of 3. A real lead system runs on 3 different channels that work together in order. Now let's go through them. The first one is owned. That's everything you control and you paid for once. Number 2 is earned, is the earned attention that other people give you. And the third one's paid. I mean, paid is exactly what it sounds like. Ads. It only works well when the first 2 exist. Let's go through all 3 right now so that you leave with a list of what to set up specifically this week. Now we start with owned because it's the cheapest and almost nobody does it. Owned is 2 things. It's the list of your database, everyone you've worked with in the past or past leads that have come in, and the signs that you put out in the world. Broadly, the signs. Now let's start with your list first because every person you've ever done a job for is sitting in your phone, your notebook, your invoices, your QuickBooks. Hopefully you have a system, a CRM, a project management software like Jobber that's organizing that for you, but they're somewhere. Maybe they're just in your mind, but they're somewhere. And that is the warmest, the cheapest work that you will ever book. And most owners never touch it. If you've heard your network is your net worth, like, that's part of it. Your database is a genuine gold mine and you need to mine that. So here's the move at a minimum. I'm talking bare minimum here. Pull every past client into one place, spreadsheet, notebook, CRM, whatever. And twice a year they get a message. In the spring, we're booking spring cleanups now. You want me to hold your spot before the calendar fills up? And in the fall, hey, leaf removal and irrigation winterization. There's one list, 2 messages a year at minimum, right? Like, we have systems that are way more advanced than this, but I'm talking base level. And you're going to book jobs that you were about to spend ad money to go and find. Now there's a second pile in there too. Like, everyone who's ever called for a quote and never booked. Like, those leads aren't dead. They may not have booked in the past, but they now might be the right time. So in your slow months, send that list a really simple offer. And what I've seen with clients is about 2 out of every 100 will book a call. So if you have 600 old leads, that's 12 jobs that you already paid to generate once and you never collected on. Now the signs. There's 3 of them that I love to focus on, and you own every one of these after you buy them. It's nice. The first one is an A-frame sign. Pretty cheap, one-time purchase, unless it gets stolen or hit by a car. Happens sometimes. You set it in the road at every single job. You have your truck in the road, you have the A-frame out, it has a QR code, has your phone number. They scan that QR code, it goes straight to your quote form to schedule a call with you. Super easy. If you're using our home pipeline system, that's going to trigger your entire speed to lead and all that automated process. But worst case scenario, if you have a form or an email or whatever, they scan that, you capture their information right away. Every car that passes your crew doing a great job, they see it. It's a billboard that moves wherever you're working, every single neighborhood. It costs you almost nothing after the initial purchase. So dollar for dollar, it's like probably the best sign money you'll spend. The second one is a yard sign. On every finished job, just ask to leave a branded sign in the yard for 2 weeks. and make it easy by knocking a couple bucks off or handing them a small gift card. Like, incentivize them to do that. Their neighbors are the exact people you want, assuming you're in a good neighborhood, right? It's probably the same neighborhood, similar size lawn, similar budget, similar discretionary income, and they just watch you do great work so good that neighbor left your sign on their yard to show the other neighbors. And the third one's your vehicles. Like, wrap them, or at least have stickers where you have your brand, your phone number, maybe some QR codes. Like, that vehicle parked in the neighborhood all day is hundreds of eyes on your name, and it's free every day for years. Driving down the road, I've called businesses because I saw their branding on the freeway on a vehicle, called them up, said, hey, can you come give me a quote? Like, it works. Just if you're just driving down in an unbranded vehicle, like nobody knows what you do. Like, at least let people know what you do. So put the phone number big enough to read from across the street. I like a QR code, especially if you have a lead form for automation like our home pipeline system. But if you have a QR code that'll send somebody to capture their information, pure gold. Love it. And one more that very few run on purpose is door hangers, like cheap printed cards you can hang on the door right around the job you're on. At a minimum, we do 4 across the street and the 2 neighbors. So 8 at every job. You can do 10, even better. But I've got clients that do this. We have years of data, and the math is why these clients keep doing it. So Scott, one of my favorite clients, he's out in Georgia. He has a window cleaning company. He earns $4.55 for every single door hanger he hangs. He goes up to a door, hangs the door hanger on, that's $4.55. Goes to the next door, he made $4.55. Next door made $4.55, because on average, every 100 door hangers he hangs converts to a job with an average value of $455, one-time average value, right? That's not including when he gets them on recurring contracts or does that job 2, 3, 4 times a year. And the door hangers are cheap too. Like, it's cheap to hang them out, only takes a few minutes, and you break even on day one with your entire couple thousand door hangers you got. The first job you get, those are all paid for and then some. And then everything after that is pure gold. So that's owned leads in general. We're moving fast, but that's owned. And now let's talk about earned. This is the attention that other people give you. So it's where your Google business profile lives, along with referrals, reviews, things like that. So your Google business profile is how somebody who has never heard of you finds you when they type landscaper near me, right? Look, let's pull it up right now. I just typed in landscaper near me and Tuxedo Yard Care shows up right there at the top. If I've actually used them, I've been a customer of theirs for a long time, but if I hadn't used them, that's the first thing I see. Now you can see that there's these businesses at the top that show up ranking, and that's your Google business profile. That's great. That's gold. We're going to dial that in. That's super important. And it shows these first, not the websites. You'll notice one of our clients right here, Healy Landscape Co., they are the very first website. Their website is doing very well, but they are not ranked as the top of the Google business profile. So we dialed this in and we're going to polish this so they get up top. So I want to move through this specific account and show you why this one is so good and look for things that you want to do. So the first thing you always want to look for is your primary category. Right here at the top, it says lawn care service. It says exactly what they do. So get that exactly right. On the back end, you can have secondary, tertiary, you can have additional services you offer. Maybe they have landscaping. These guys do a bunch of stuff. They do lawn care, they do landscaping, they do installs, they do weed maintenance. I don't even know what that's called, but spraying for weeds, which was an incredible service for our yard that was overrun by dandelions when we moved in. But they have that all listed on the back end. So if I type in lawn care service, landscaper, weed maintenance, or whatever that one might be, they're going to pop up in the area. So landscaper isn't automatically your best category. Depending on what people actually type in your town, it may be lawn care service, landscape designer. So you might rank higher on those. So make sure you add those on the back end, but pick the primary category that matches how your customers are actually going to search. Now, number 2, get a pin. So these guys have a pin right here. You can see it on the left. Like, a profile with a real street address beats service area only listings every single time. Like, the business with the pin is going to win every time. So if you run this out of your house and you don't want your address public, like, that's the one thing probably worth solving. A pinned listing is going to rank you way higher. If you don't have a pin, you're going to get a little bit buried. So number 3, fill out your services and product section. So many businesses sleep on this, and this is so easy to do. This is a 10-minute setup. So if I scroll down right here, check this out. I've got all the products that this business offers. I can click view. Oh, look at this. Liquid aeration, leaf removal, flip your strip, core aeration, flower bed weeding. Like, look at all these things that they do. They're really nice pictures. They pulled up on every single one, and I can see all of the stuff they do. Oh yeah, this is what they did for me, lawn fertilization and weed management. But look at this, all these things. It's very clear what they do. It's nice. You can click on each of these and there's going to be pictures. You can put details. Looks like they don't have any details in here, but you can put that in. Look, core aeration, what does that do? Leaf removal, what does that do? Super easy. It's going to just give that signal to Google of exactly what you do and how you can support people searching for work in your area. And honestly, most business owners leave this blank. Like, this is absolutely free space to tell Google exactly what you do and where you do it. So number 4, list your city. So right here in area served, Ogden, that's where I am. So it's going to pop up, when I type landscaper near me, obviously it's going to list Ogden here, but they're located in South Ogden, but it still populates the city I'm looking for. Look at this. all of the different areas they serve. So if I'm in West Point and I say landscaper near me, guess what? The Googs knows where I am, and it's going to pull up all the landscapers that are listed as serving West Point, and they're going to rank there. So not your counties, do your cities. Now, 5 is the one that so few people push, and it's photo reviews. Like, you can be good at getting reviews. You guys have a ton of reviews. And if you go in here and look like, oh, there's my review from 3 years ago. So it's going to show me at the top because that's most relevant to me because I left it. But look down here. If I scroll through this, every one of these reviews with photos is worth 10 times as much as just a plain text review like this asshat left right here. But look at these. These guys are ranked at the top, and it's sorting automatically by most relevant. And look at this. Look how many of these are pictures. It's going to show the pictures first. Uh-oh, that's a 1. But it's going to show all the pictures first or the most popular ones. So photo reviews, gold, get after it. Go do this in your area. Go pull the top, ranked landscaper in your town. Just type in landscaper near me and look at their reviews and count how many of them have a photo attached. I bet they'll have a ton attached. And this is easy. Just take pictures of the finished work, send it to the client. When you ask them for a review, ask that they attach the picture. You don't have to overthink it or have them take a picture of the lawn. Don't get too crazy. And the last thing is just reviews on a system. These guys have a bunch of reviews, 360 reviews. That is a ton of reviews. So you can do this in 2 layers. Layer 1 is in person. So at the final walkthrough, while the client's standing there, they're happily looking at their finished yard or whatever service there. And we call that when they're in the ether. That's when you want to get them. You ask right then. You have them snap a photo of the work, or you text them a photo of the work and post it while you're there. And that's where your photo review comes from. Don't overthink it. Layer 2 is an automated system. Like, your backend system should send them a text as soon as the job's closed out with the review link to leave a review right there. And it should have follow-up, like send a reminder maybe the next day, maybe a couple days later. But the owners who ask in person capture way more reviews each year than the ones who only send a request later. Then you have your referrals, right? Referrals are great. We talked about that, and we can be more purposeful about that by asking, because you could not ask 1,000 people for a referral and maybe get a couple, but if you ask 1,000 people a referral, the chances are you're going to get a lot more. And you ask at the moment where satisfaction is the highest, when they're in that ether, when the job's done and everything looks great. And guys, this costs nothing to you up front. Like, just ask for reviews, ask for referrals. An even better method is hand the happy customer a card and tell them, like, if you know a neighbor that would love service like this, give them this card. And when they book, we'll give you $50 off your next cleaning, and they'll get $50 off their service. And if you're clear on what your annual and lifetime value is per client, you'll know how much you're willing to spend to attract that client. And if that's less than $50, don't offer $50 to attract that client. If it's more, $50 is a great deal. Okay, that was earned. I know that was a lot, but I went really fast. There's a lot in there. I'll send you some tools after this so you can go through it. But that leaves paid. Right? It's ads. It's exactly what it sounds like. The things you're spending money actively on to attract people to you. And this is the one that most people get backwards, because someone will start a business. They're like, I gotta get ads out. I gotta get stuff. But paid only works well once owned and earned already exists. So if your Google business profile is weak, you don't even rank, you have 3 reviews and one of them's a 1-star review, your ad is just going to send stranger to a business profile that looks like it's barely even there, and they're going to bounce. They're going to go see the other guys who have more listings and have a more established profile and like, yep, these guys look legit. One of my clients did a test on this. He changed nothing but his Google business profile. He got the category right. He added his PIN. He made sure to fill out every single service with really nice images. And he ran 1 month of requesting specifically photo reviews. He didn't even do paid ads with this. Like, you can do Google local service ads that are going to boost this. He didn't even do any of that. And he was getting decent amount of calls through his Google business profile, but his inbound calls within the next 2 months doubled just by dialing this in, because he was signaling to Google that he's active, that people love his service. He's getting photo reviews and really consistent reviews that he's responding to. And it tells Google, hey, this business is active and they're killing it. So we are going to promote these guys. And this was a free asset he already had, but he hadn't really ever finished it and polished it and dialed it in really nice. And now this is a tool that's free that keeps paying him every single month with no spend behind it. Your Google business profile should absolutely be one of your main lead sources. And if it's not, I've got a tool at the end of this I'll give you to make sure that it becomes that. I've watched too many good landscaping businesses almost go under because one referral source got quiet for a season. All of their eggs are in that one single basket. Their work is good. The owner's putting in plenty of hours, but the whole business is just standing on one leg. Like, and that leg starts to wobble, then like everything wobbles. So go fix it. You now have the tools to go make a difference here. Like, do not rely on referrals anymore after this video. You're smarter than that now. So I put everything I just walked through in the Google Business Profile checklist. It's in the description. There's gonna be like 15 points, like your category, your pin, services, cities, photo reviews, regular reviews, like all of what we talked about and more. And it's free. The link's in the description right below this video. So go grab it before you forget and just put it to work. Like, there's no magic formula here. Just do something with your Google Business Profile. I guarantee it's not optimized as well as it should be. And if you want help building any of this, like owned, earned, paids, any of this in the right order, there's a link to book a free strategy call in the description as well. Subscribe if this helped you out. Go change your Google Business Profile, and I'll see you in the next one.